COTA awaits us here today for free practice. The passionate US crowds are gathering. So too are the drivers and teams, ready to get some all-important data ahead of race day.
Okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy. Okay, give us some good, consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy. Okay, don't worry about tyres, just give it everything. In this test, we just want to make sure we can lap close to our rival's pace. Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
And if today's practice is anything to... It's a United States love affair with Formula One at the moment, so what a thrill for everyone today to see our drivers lapping COTA at full hot lap speed. It's the Circuit of the Americas, and it's qualifying. Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. We have 10 turns to the left and 10 turns to the right here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and turn 12 at this anti-clockwise track. It's 3.6 miles long and we should see average lap speeds of around 126 miles per hour. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Perez, Stroll, Gasly, Ricciardo, Ocon, Tsunoda, Albon, Magnussen, Bottas, Sargent, Hulkenberg, and Zhou Guanyu. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And joining me in the commentary box today with the best view on what is about to unfold and some strong views on the action we're about to see, Naomi Schiff. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
It's a very special time for the drivers. It's almost like everything around you slows down and you become hyper-aware. So your nerves slightly go up, your adrenaline's going up. It's the perfect time to start focusing on your visualizations and preparing for the race. So you want to avoid distractions and really stay cool, calm and focused.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Radio check.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap, please. We're learning the gears, so let's go through them all if you can. Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights... DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Okay, you're in the top 10. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it. Right, so we've been looking at the damage and we think we should be okay to continue. It's going to cost us a little bit of time, but we're nearly at the end of the race. Okay, gap ahead, 6.1 seconds.
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time. It's a United States love affair with Formula One at the moment, so what a thrill for everyone today to see our drivers lapping COTA at full hot lap speed. It's the Circuit of the Americas, and it's qualifying. Well, you don't need me to remind you that Formula One is now so beloved in the United States that we race here 3 times a year. But let's give respect to COTA, or the Circuit of the Americas, to give it its full name. This place laid the foundations for this moment and still remains the host of the US Grand Prix. It's the Circuit of the Americas then, situated 14 miles outside of the great city of Austin. This is a 3.6-mile lap with 20 corners, 10 to the left and 10 to the right, and top speeds of around 200 miles per hour. Overtaking opportunities are available into turns 1 and 12, especially with that rear wing DRS wide open. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Stroll, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Ocon, Albon, Gasly, Bottas, Magnussen, Joe, Hülkenberg, Sargent, and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me, bringing glamour and expertise to our commentary today, Naomi Schiff. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Well, the race is certainly not won in the first lap, let alone turn 1. However, what you can do is prepare yourself ahead of time. Visualize what could potentially happen, different scenarios and where you could place your car. And that will better prepare you to make the right decision with instinctive timing.
Now, I know this isn't where we wanted to start this race, but given we're back here at the back of the grid, it means there's an opportunity to move forward. I've seen you karting back in the day. Let's go and do it again.
And radio is good.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice starts. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want you to bog down. Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. OK, DRS is now available. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Here's some information on Tsunoda for you. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car. gap to the car in front. We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. 1.6 seconds. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Okay, Danny, let's focus. I know you've had a couple of moments going off track, but it doesn't matter. Let's try and keep it tidy from now on as much as you can. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. Okay, off we go, back into the race. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops, let's go. Okay, Yuki is coming in for his stop now. Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. There's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down. The car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.9 seconds. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 8.9 seconds. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 4.8 seconds. Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus. Okay, Danny, I know you've had a couple of offs, but it doesn't matter. Let's get your head down and focus on keeping the next few laps well within the white lines, please. Okay, unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way to go. Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.6 seconds. Gap to your teammate ahead, 18.0 seconds. Caution, caution. To slow down before hitting the corners. We don't want to get a penalty. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Okay, clear. Okay, so the car behind's just come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Soft tyres on the car behind. Understood, copy that.
have a look at, obviously, first lap again. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Lando Norris, take a bow, at last, a winner in Formula One.
Yes, it absolutely was, and what an incredible victory and an important milestone for them as we head into the business end of the season. You know that that's really going to matter from a confidence perspective to get them to the end of the season with potentially even more of these victories.
As the winners make their way up to the podium, one can only imagine the celebrations that will take place at McLaren tonight. Congratulations to everyone on the team, securing the win and proving that they're a force to be reckoned with out on the track. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.